What up, people? It's your boy Chig from Unit Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is to talk about Blackpool versus Arsenal playing in the FA Cup third round. This was about as easy as it gets. Somehow, what I forgot to mention in my preview is that we played Blackpool at the Emirates in the Carabao Cup earlier this season. Somehow this game was easier. And we had more senior players in that game. Makes no sense, but you know, to me, I'm happy. Job done, and it was easy in the end. They never really threatened us too much. We were always in control. In fact, if anything, the story was more about the fact that we weren't as clinical, even at 3-0. We weren't as clinical as perhaps we should have been. I think what I've noticed online is you're starting to see people turn against Eddie a little bit. I must admit, I'm not quite there. I'm not in that place. And the reason being is I understand that this kid doesn't play in, week out. You know, he never plays. He barely has cameo appearances. So when you put him in cold, yeah, he's going to snatch at a few chances. To me, I think a loan, however, would benefit him. I do agree with calls of that. Obviously not this season because we only have fucking 3 strikers as it is. But if we're able to bring in another forward player, and obviously we're looking at this Pepe guy from Lille, who you would imagine Emery will look at him as a winger stroke forward. Then yeah, I think perhaps going forwards, particularly for next season, I think Eddie would benefit from a loan. And he did miss a couple of chances you're just like, oh, bruh, what's going on, man? You should be putting that away. But I'm not losing faith. I think the kid will get there. It's just he needs minutes, for fuck's sake. Even if it's 10 minutes towards the end of the game, he'd benefit from that. Just to get his match sharpness in there. So yeah, I'm not losing faith at all. I respectfully disagree with people's opinions that they form so quickly on Eddie. Tell you another youngster that did impress me though, Joe Willock, man. My man killed it today. This is the second time I've seen him playing that kind of more of an attacking position. And was like, okay, this kid has it. Almost played as a number 10 today, but was very, very good. Very, very good. Just everything ran through, particularly in the first half. Everything he was doing was just coming off. Got himself 2 goals. Probably could have got himself a hat-trick if he'd really put the metal down, I think. Yeah, and then... So yeah, it was 2 goals that came from him, and then 1 that came from Iwobi, which basically Iwobi finished, just capped it off. I think it was from 2-3 yards, but the build-up play was very impressive. I think it started with Ramsey, then ended up with Kolasinac was one of the wing-backs, and then Iwobi kind of ricocheted to Iwobi, and Iwobi kind of capped it off. And it was 3-0. It was a very, very good goal. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh, sorry, Lacazette was involved in that one as well. But yeah, it was on to the next. Now, for me, normally I do this part of the video separately. I usually do a play ratings video separately to my review. But because it's my birthday tomorrow, and you best be sure I ain't recording videos tomorrow. At least not for this. No offense to you guys, but come on, my birthday. And I'm going to be out and about tomorrow anyway. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my player ratings now. So let's go with Petr Cech in goal. I thought it was good today. You know, I think there's an interesting debate with Petr Cech. And I know people don't like what I'm about to say, but here it is. I think Petr Cech is a better goalkeeper than Leno. Right now. Take kicking out of it for a second. I think he's a better goalkeeper than Leno. I think there's more of a presence there. I feel a little bit more reassured when it comes to handling and things like that, which I've always felt is better than Leno. I think Leno's a little bit better when it comes to his near post, but taking near post and kicking out of it, I think Petr Cech is a better goalkeeper. I'll be honest, I just feel a little bit more reassured with his dad. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Cole Jenkinson, big fucking shout out to Cole Jenkinson. I thought he was excellent today. I really did, particularly in the first half. Faded a little in the second half, but I thought he was really working hard. Now, as I said on Twitter, keeping in mind we are playing the League One team, one may argue, well, this is his level, he should play well. But to me, I thought he was really good today. Really good. I wouldn't go as far as to say an 8, but I'll give him a 7. I thought he was really good today. Lichtsteiner, that's a little bit more like it. Again, League One opponents, you're not really expecting them to completely bamboozle Lichtsteiner, but he's looked so shit the last couple of weeks. You don't really know what you're going to get from him. But I thought he was decent today. I'll give him a 6. Socrates next to him was a bit of a surprise that he actually started. I thought that this was an opportunity to rest him at least a little bit. But yeah, I thought Socrates was solid. Not a lot went through him. There was not really a lot of kind of incidents that happened in terms of that I can remember. I'm trying to think of, was there anything that Delafonso did up top that caused Socrates any problems? Not in my mind. I thought, I thought Socrates was fine. And I'd give Socrates, I'd give Socrates a 7. On the left-hand side, Kolasinac, I think was getting himself up there as much as possible. Unlike a Premier League game, I think it's more safe to play Kolasinac in a 4 when it's not Premier League opponents, because I think he could get away with some of his defensive shit a little bit more than he would be able to in the Premier League. Kolasinac does what he does, innit? For the simple reason that he's so good going forward, you can't really give him less than a 7. So I'll give him a 7. But defensively, I just want to see this guy be more consistent. But 7 out of 10. El Nene was all right. He was all right. He was there. I noticed him today. I can't say that I can't say for usually I noticed him too tough, but I noticed him today. I'll give El Nene a 6 out of 10. Next to him, you had Aaron Ramsey. I thought Aaron Ramsey did what he had to do. Kind of was basically the captain today. There's no basically about it. He was the captain today. And yeah, kind of led from the front. I actually thought a lot more. I know people were being quite harsh with Ramsey online, actually, but I actually didn't feel Ramsey played that badly. Actually, it wasn't his greatest performance, but I thought a lot of things tended to happen through him as well. In trying to get moves started, sometimes he would overplay some shit, and you're like, oh, typical Aaron bullshit. But on the whole, I thought he was all right. I'd give him a 6.5 out of 10. I hate doing halves, but that feels right for him. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, I thought, was fantastic on that right-hand side. We may have just found ourselves a makeshift right winger. This is the second time I've seen Ainsley play that position. I thought, okay, I like this. Especially the first half an hour, I thought he was tremendous. I really did. I thought he was playing so well, and was really giving Blackpool a lot of problems. I'll give Ainsley 7.5 out of 10. Joe Willock, I thought, was our man of the match. Like I said, not just because he got the goals, but I actually thought for a good majority of the game was our most dangerous player. Every time he got on the ball, something looked like something was. You're trying to make something happen. And I'm really encouraged by this kid, you know, because I think people started to lose a bit of faith because he was another one that, particularly the previous manager, kept moving around all over the place. But do you know what? Those advanced positions, Emirates played him there twice now, in that either number 10 or in the League Cup, he was playing on the right-hand side. And in both of those games, he played very, very well. To me, yeah, I'd give him a 9 out of 10. I thought he was very good. Very, very good. On the left-hand side, you got Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi was also very dangerous for a good portion of this game. Iwobi's going to Iwobi, you know? There are going to be times where he's going to frustrate and you're all over the place and shit. You're like, oh, bruh, come on. Just refocus a little bit. But I thought he was all right. To be honest, I thought he did his thing. Got himself a goal. So, you know, I was happy because that always shuts people up a little bit when you get a goal. So, yeah, I thought he was all right. I thought he was fine. I honestly thought he was fine. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Eddie Nketiah. Eddie's not going to get a bad mark from me. Yes, he missed at least 2. You could argue 3, but 2 chances were just like, oh, you should be putting that away, kid. You should, at least one of them. Put away one of them. And he missed all of them, and you're like, oh. But like I said earlier, for me, I've got no worries over this kid. At least he's getting himself into these positions. I'd be more worried if he isn't. So people writing him off, I think it's way too premature. You know, don't get it twisted. If we're still having this conversation in 2 years' time, yeah, maybe cut loose. But I ain't giving up on him. Not yet. So for me, I'd give Eddie a 6. But it ain't for the want of trying. I like the effort. So I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Let's talk about the substitutes. Who were the substitutes again? Lacazette came on. I thought that third goal was pretty much due to his movement. We looked a little bit more classier. No disrespect to Eddie, but we looked a little bit more classier up top when he came on. So sometimes there's just levels to this thing. That's all it is. And as soon as he came on, you could see the Blackpool players were worried. And that's what I think the third goal was about, to be honest. It was Lacazette's movement that just shook them up. They were worried. They backed off. They gave us the space we needed. And the goal was, in a way, from a defensive point of view, was a comical goal to give away. But yeah, I'll give him a I was going to say a 3. What the hell am I smoking? I'll give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he had a good cameo today. As I look again, just to remind myself who else came on. Zeb Medley, we got a chance to look at him, and we got a chance to look at Xhaka. I'm not going to rate those 2 guys because literally, I think they got like 6 or 7 minutes. But one thing I will say about Medley, he looks like he's got a jump on him. My man went clattering into Delafonso. And I thought, okay, at least he could jump. It's more than I can say for Koscielny. And Saka, I want to see this guy start a game. I was a bit, to be honest, you know me, I'm an Iwobi guy, but I wanted to see Saka start today. I was a little bit disappointed that he didn't start and Iwobi did. I didn't really see how that made sense, but all in all, we actually had a fucking clean sheet. I was like, what? I predicted 3-1. I can't believe it. We actually had a clean sheet, so I'm happy. A clean sheet for my birthday. I'll take that. I'll take that. Anyway, guys, you let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, crush, destroy, drop kick the shit out of my like button. You know, I appreciate when you guys do that because it always helps the show get noticed. Also, as I kind of announced with Lee yesterday, I do have a Patreon that I've opened up. It should be live. It should be running now. Me and Lee, probably from about next week, are going to start dropping things in our own individual Patrons. But both of our Patreon links are in the description below. I've actually watched a film today, so I'll be doing a review on that, and I'll be doing some more Arsenal-related stuff as well in my Patreon. So Go check that out. If it's something you like, all you got to do is drop $4 in there, $5 in there. What am I talking about? What else? What else? Also, follow me on Instagram, Guna_Eagle_I. Follow me on Twitter at Colossal Chig. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Routine victory, nice birthday treat for me. And I'm off to celebrate my birthday. So I'm out of it, people. I'm about to jump in the shower and head out and, yeah, do what I got to do. But you guys have a good time. Thank you for all your birthday wishes. I've received a lot of DMs and tweets recently just saying that they're not around on Sunday, but they wanted to wish me a happy birthday. Thank you very much. Thank you. Getting a little bit older, you see. A little bit more grey hairs up top. But I'm out of here. I'm going to enjoy it. Take care. Deuces.